Good morning, students. Welcome back once again to the mathematics class. So, in today's lecture, we are going to study a new chapter that is linear programming problem. Right? In the last class, we have completed 3D geometry, and now moving towards next chapter that is LPP. It is nothing but linear programming problem. Here, linear means which has degree 1 already you know. Equation which consists highest power is 1 is linear, whereas for example 3x plus 2y is equals to 0 we can say. So here order of x is what here? Order of y is 1 only. So therefore it is a linear, or ax square plus bx plus of c equals to 0. Here the highest order is, degree is what here? Degree, highest degree occurring in the equation is 2. Therefore we call it as quadratic. It is quadratic, right? It's a linear. So we are whole in this chapter we are going to study only linear equations, not quadratic, right? We are already familiar with linear inequalities which we have studied in our first PUC, right? Already you know the linear inequality where the inequalities are nothing but ax plus by is greater than 0, ax plus by is greater than or equals to 0, ax plus by is less than 0, ax plus by is less than or equals to 0. These four are what? Inequalities we can say, right? These are inequalities. Already we have studied in our first PUC, right? So now we are moving its extension part in LPP, that is linear programming problem, how to solve a problem graphically. Already you know how to plot a real line numbers, right? In first PUC chapter, that is linear inequality, we have studied how to plot a real numbers on a line, right? And it is in one variable as well as in two variable also have studied. So now we will see more precisely the problem how LPP explains. So let's see. Before going to start, let's see some basic definitions about linear programming problem. So what is linear programming problem? Let's see first the name. Here linear means which includes highest degree is 1, right? Programming means programming is a method of determining particular program, right? What is programming here? Programming is nothing but it's a method of determining particular program. Already problem you know, right? So let's see linear programming problem. First definition we'll see what is LPP. Definition: the problem in which, what is LPP? Let's see. The problem in which we have to optimize 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 the linear function, optimize the linear function z subject to certain conditions are called, subject to certain conditions are called LPP, that is linear programming problem. In other way we can say linear programming is a process of taking, or how we can define, let's see one more type. Linear programming is the process of taking various linear inequality relating to some situation relating to some situation and finding the best value obtainable under those conditions. So here the linear program, it is process of taking various linear inequalities. Here linear inequalities means what? Already you know linear inequalities you have studied, that is already I have said the sign greater than or equals to less than or equals to these signs are what? Here these are linear inequalities relating to some situation. From day to day life problems we occur here. Finding the best value, either it may be cost or profit, obtainable under those conditions is nothing but our LPP, right? So next we will see what is objective function here. Objective function, some definitions we will see one by one. Objective function. If you know all the definitions and the process, then it's quite easy to solve a LPP problem, either it is graphically or by using corner point method also, right? So let's see next definition. It is objective function. It's a objective function, right? If the objective function is nothing but objective function is a linear function. It is also linear function, right? Linear function of several variables subject to condition that subject to condition that the function subject to condition that let's see z equals to what we can say ax plus by, where a comma b are constant, where x and y are what? Here they are decision variables. X and y are the decision variables which has to be maximized or minimized, is called what? Linear objective function. Linear objective function, right? Objective function represents what it represents. Let's see. Objective function represents, why we use objective function in a problem. Let's see, which represents cost, profit, or some other quantity to be maximized of maximized or minimized subject to constraint, right? So it is nothing but our objective function z equals to ax plus by, which is nothing but objective function where a and b are a constant and x and y are here. They are decision variables which has to be maximized either minimized is called a linear objective function, whereas objective function usually represents cost, profit or some other quantities to be maximized or minimized subject to certain constraint. Alright, so let's see what are the constraints. Next one, constraint. I will explain by taking an example. Later on, if once we complete all the definitions, we will see an example with respect to the all the definitions. Next, constraint. Constraint. Here the linear inequality or equations that are derived from the application problem or problem constraint. Constraints are nothing but they are inequalities in the form of linear inequalities only. Either they are less than or equals to or greater than or equals to, either they are equal or they are less than. It is nothing but linear inequality, or the linear inequalities or the equations, or we can say restrictions also of the variables of a linear programming problem are called what? They are constraints. And the non-negative restrictions also there. It is nothing but x is greater than or equals to 0, y is greater than or equals to 0. Their conditions are nothing but non-negative restrictions. They are must be always positive. X is greater than or equals to 0, the meaning what it implies, they must be positive values, right? Non-negative constraint or non-negative constraint includes, because x and y are usually number of item products, or one cannot produce a negative number of items, right? So always it must be positive, and the smallest number of item one could purchase is 0. They are not usually stated, they are implied. Usually if you purchase anything, then you can purchase in positive value only, you cannot go for negative, right? If you want to purchase something in a grocery shop, we will see, we'll ask 2 piece, 3 piece, 10 piece like this, right? You cannot ask minus 2 piece, minus 5, minus 10 like this, right? So always it should be non-negative constraint, right? So next definition is next feasible reason, right? Next definition is feasible reason. Alright, the common reason determined by all the constraint, that is non-negative constraint. all the constraints including non-negative constraint, right? Non-negative constraint, that is x comma y greater than or equals to 0 of LPP is called visible reason, right? Or you can say solution reason also, we can say it, right? Feasible reason or solution reason for the problem. The reason other than feasible reason is called the reason other than feasible reason is called what? It is nothing but its infeasible reason. Infeasible reason, right? Next, feasible solution. Next definition is feasible solution. Feasible solution, right? Feasible solution is nothing but points within and on the boundary, within, on the boundary, on the boundary of feasible reason represents feasible solution, right? Represent feasible solution of the constraint, of the constraints. Any point in the feasible reason that gives, next one, optimal solution. Optimal solution, let's see, any point in the feasible reason, in the feasible reason that gives optimal value, either it is maximum or minimum, right, of objective function, of the objective function is called an optimal solution, right? Is called an optimal solution. Or and any point and any point outside the feasible reason, any point in the feasible reason we have said for the optimal solution. So now we are saying any point outside the feasible reason is called infeasible solution. Infeasible solution, right? Infeasible solution. Next we will see a linear inequality. Next point, a linear inequality in two variables, represents a half plane. in two variables we are saying, right? Half plane geometrically, let's see. So it is our y-axis, x-axis, it is negative x-axis, it is negative y-axis, right? So if we have a line, so this is left half plane, it's a right half plane, right? Usually they are represented two half planes when they are in two variables. Geometrically you can define like this. It's a constant. If you say a straight line we are taking on x-axis, it's a right half plane, it's a left half plane, and one more, it is x, it's x dash, y, it's a y dash, right? So we're taking a line like this. So it is upper half plane, it is lower half plane, right? We can denote like this only by using geometrically. So next, bounded, unbounded. What is bounded and what is unbounded? Let's see one by one. Bounded means a reason it is closed. For example, if we take, it is a bounded reason, right? And the reason which is open, it is a open reason, right? If we take this reason, the open reason, or you can say this one is bounded reason, it is closed everywhere. It is something but it is unbounded reason, it is open. They are not closed of any corner points. It's open one, therefore we can say it is unbounded reason, right? A feasible reason of a system of linear inequality is said to be bounded if it can be enclosed within a circle. Everywhere it is closed, then only we can say it is bounded, otherwise it is unbounded. So next we will see the graphical method. Now we will see how to find a mathematical formulation by seeing an example. Later on we will see a graphical solution, right?